or welcome back to my channel, and my name is Sahiti. So recently I visited this book fair which was happening in Chennai, surprisingly close to my house too. Actually I didn't plan to go or buy anything, but after I went there I found really good books for a good deal, and I have bought 13 books from that book fair, and I'm very excited to show you guys these books. And apart from that, I also got 2 books last month which I wanted to add in this book haul. So totally there are 15 books which I have bought in the first 2 months of 2025. So before I show what are the books which I have bought, I just wanted to tell that every book which I have bought from the book fair are mostly second-hand books. And actually I don't mind reading second-hand books, but all these years I was pouring so much money and buying from malls or Amazon. This time I tried something different. I actually wanted to thrift some books and get for myself. Most of the books are in very good quality. They have not written anything inside, or it's very neat. But even if something was written inside, I wouldn't have minded. I would have enjoyed reading what their thoughts were. But almost 90% of the books I saw over there were very clean and neat, and nothing much written in it. So I'll just start showing the books now. So the first book which I bought was 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. So I have heard such good things about this book, through Bookstagram or even through BookTube, and I've always wanted to read this. Actually, this was on my list to buy this year or next year, but I'm so glad I got this book in this book fair, that too for this price. I know this book has made many people cry, feel things, and very emotional. So I really want to read this book very soon. So let's see how that goes. But the quality is really good, as you can see here. So the second book which I got is The Kite Runner by the same author as the previous book. So I've heard also really good things about this book, and I'm really excited to read. But if you see over the spine, it's a bit bent, but I have no issues because it's a US copy. And okay, inside it's really good. It is as good as the copy that I would buy outside for the whole price too. I think this is a good deal. So but I have no clue what the Kite Runner story is about. If you have read this book, let me know in the comments and what I should expect from this book. So yeah. So I have bought a lot of classics in this book fair. So let me show them one by one. The first book is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. So to be honest, I have no clue what this book is about. The only thing which I know about this book is that it is, it has the same vibes as Pride and Prejudice. If you know me, you know that it is one of my favorite stories ever. A booktuber who I follow has spoken so much about this book, and she seemed to really enjoy it, and I do trust her choices. So I hope I really like it too, and I'm excited to read this book, and I'm very happy that I got these books for such a low price. Next book is, okay, I was very skeptical if I have to buy this book or not. So the book is The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Let me tell you one thing, I was very sure I wanted to read this story, but I was not sure if this was the edition I want to buy, because I've heard that there are multiple editions, and you have to buy the edition which you feel, it'll be easier for you to read, because these translations are a bit difficult to understand. But I don't know, it was an impulse purchase. I just wanted to get it, so I just bought it. And also the copy is, I won't say it is as good as the before copies, the print, but I think it would be fine for me. To be honest guys, before I used to think I always have to buy a new copy which is unused, and it should be brand new and all that. But now I think my perspective has changed. I am actually looking for vintage books and vintage editions. Actually I want to have a bookshelf where I have mostly books which are rare and vintage collection.
1,000 years later.
So, I don't know. Actually, I'm excited to have this copy in my hand because so many people love this book. Actually, I know the plot of the story. I've heard about this multiple times. It's about a man who was falsely accused and put in the jail. So after many years, he comes out of the jail for revenge. So that is the kind of story where you want to root for the main character, and I'm really excited to get into the story. So the next book which I have bought is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I don't think actually anyone has read in it, but if they did read in this book and it's still in this condition, then wow, they really maintained it well. I have no clue about this story, but so many people were talking about it, and I know that it's like, you know, a gothic kind of story. Actually, I really want to read those kind of stories this year, so let's see how that goes. I think it's like some kind of dark gothic mystery kind of book, so let's see how it goes. And also another book which they were like recommending from the same author is My Cousin Rachel, I guess. So if I really like this book, I am looking forward to buy that book too. So let's see how this goes. So the next book which I bought was so random, so out of the blue, and I don't even know why I bought it, or I have no clue if I would like it too. So the book is Macbeth by William Shakespeare. This is a Penguin Classic edition. To be honest, I haven't read William Shakespeare novels. Like, obviously in school they would give some paragraph for us to read, like from Julius Caesar or Romeo and Juliet, something like that. But I have no clue about William Shakespeare that much, to be honest. And I have no clue why did I even buy this. I've heard that his play called The Hamlet, so that book is like really good, but that book was not available there. So this is what I got, but since this was like very small and thin, so I thought, okay, let me just read this. Maybe I can just experiment it to see if I like William Shakespeare's work. So maybe I'll just give it a try. So let me know if you think William Shakespeare Macbeth is good or not, or any other work of his which you think I would enjoy, please let me know. So the next book which I got is Charlotte's Web by Stuart Little. This is the book. So I just wanted to get this book as a children's book. Actually, I really like reading children's book. I think they have really good concepts, and not all children's book, but most of the children's books are like really good. They have good life lessons, or like, some really good concepts, and I love to read them. And I know that this book is very famous, and hence I wanted to try this too. So the next book is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. So this is the copy which I got. So there's a little backstory for this book, because I actually bought a Jane Eyre like 2 years ago, but that actually turned out to be a pirated copy, so I didn't feel like reading in that. The print was like so bad and unreadable. So the thing is, I would read either in Kindle or buy a new book or buy a second-hand book or read in a library, but never ever a pirated copy, guys. It's like not good. Like, either the quality is not good, or buying a pirated book is also not good, guys. Don't do it. Like, I'm not here to judge, but if that is the only way you can read a book, then yeah, go ahead, but I wouldn't do that. So actually the paper quality is quite good, but it has turned a bit yellow around the edges and the corners. Like, wait, like if you can see, it's like you can know that it's old. I would enjoy this book. I know, I'm like so sure of it. So yeah. Okay, so the next book which I bought is a Jane Austen's book. It is Mansfield Park. So yeah, this is a copy. So the thing is that I've read 3 books of Jane Austen. That is Pride and Prejudice, then Persuasion and Emma. And I have Sense and Sensibility, which I will read in like the next 2 months. But I thought I won't buy the other two books of hers, which are like Mansfield Park and Northanger Abbey. Because I've heard those books are not as great as the the 4 books which I've told earlier. But I actually was not planning on to buy any Jane Austen's book, but since it was there, I thought, okay, maybe I can buy and have a complete collection of Jane Austen. Since she has very less number of books, why not just have a cute little Jane Austen collection? And also, if I don't like the story, I'm very very sure I would like her writing style. I actually enjoyed other works of Jane Austen, and I like her writing. It's so witty and funny. So that is the reason I'm excited to have this book too. And they didn't have Northanger Abbey, which I saw. So I was like, okay, fine, maybe I'll just buy Mansfield Park. So okay guys, the last 4 books which I've bought from the fair, I know it's a bit controversial choice of books and I'm not sure what to say, so I'll just show it. The 4 books. Are you able to guess what these books are like? Wait, I'll just show one of the copy. Harry Potter series. So the thing is that I just found only 4 books of Harry Potter over there. Actually, funny thing, the book fair started I think a week before I visited, so I guess all the good books have been purchased by then. But I'm surprised that I still managed to find these books, but I think the other good books have been purchased by someone else. But yeah, the thing is, I got these first edition books of Harry Potter. Actually, I wanted to have Harry Potter copies. I really love the story and the movies too, obviously. So the thing is, I read these books for the first time in my life 2.5 years ago, but I read it on Kindle Unlimited. So what I did was, I just wanted to wait for a couple of years, before I was gonna reread these books. So I saw it was there on Amazon too, but it was a bit costly and I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy it right now. But guys, manifestation is real. I was admiring the first edition copies and how badly I wanted them when I was seeing in other people's bookshelf. So here I somehow managed to get the first edition copies and I am actually really happy. So I'll just show all the 4 books which I have. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I know that the last book is not first edition book, but still guys, I don't know if I was gonna find it. I was a bit selfish and I just bought it too. I was okay, it is still a hardcover copy and I bought it. So apart from that, I said I also bought 2 books this month. I'll just show those books too. So the first book I bought is Things We Found During the Autopsy. It is short fiction by Kurali Manikaval. So I finished reading this book, guys. First I was actually interested in the cover. It just felt very unique. In the behind they had the book of short fiction contains a dragon, angels, Indian culture and no Indian culture, poor people, drugs, boys, girls hostel, future tense and many more. Okay, I was very interested to know what these short stories were. Actually, the book is good, guys. You can try reading it if you want to read a book written by an Indian author. So I would then suggest this book. Some stories are really provoking and makes you think, and some are magic realism too. So if you want, you can try this book. So the last and final book which I bought is a part of the series, the last book of the series, and the book is The Troublemakers. So this book is by Tamlin Merchant, and I would have already showed the first two books in this video. This is like a middle grade fantasy book, and I've thoroughly enjoyed like the first two books, and I'm like very interested to read the third book too. And I already have started. I think I've read around 12 pages, and I've put like, you know, some goals for every 50 pages. So in the next 1 week, I would finish this book. Wish I read these books when I was a child, but still it's fine, guys. I would like never stop reading children's books or like middle grade books. They just make me believe in good, and they make me believe in everything, and they make me believe in the impossible, and especially they make me believe in magic. So this is why I love reading these kind of books. So yeah, that is the last book in this book haul, guys. If you went to this book fair, then let me know what books did you buy. So also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I've given the link below. You can follow me there for my daily updates and like what books I'm reading and everything over there. So yeah.